Hey all, this is the Autarch Flame, and yeah, it's been a long time since I've made one of these vlogs. The last time I made one was when I was back in my university dorm. And yeah, these past few months, at the very least these past 4 months, have been ridiculously busy for me. Easily the busiest I've ever been. And I'll tell you why. This place I'm in right now is completely different from my usual locations, and that would be because, first off, I have actually moved out of my old house. The place with the sofas and whatnot, where I usually filmed all my countdowns up to scariest Twin Peaks moments, I am no longer living there. The next 2 countdowns I am doing take place there, so they will be the last you will ever be seeing of them. So, yeah, I've moved out of the house to a new city, mind you, so adjusting to that's been crazy. And then I've actually had to move out of there briefly to this place, which is my university house. And yeah, that brings me to school. That's always fun. Mind you, my courses are actually quite enjoyable. I am in film right now, and I'm actually learning a few good things about productions, so that's quite interesting to me. I've been watching a lot of new, cool films as well. I watched Rebel Without a Cause for the first time. Great fun. Well, it's very dark at points, obviously, but it was a really good movie, so I recommend that one. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Yes, it's been a long time since I have made my last countdown, and I will tell you why. It is enormous! This countdown is a top 25, and it's a collab between 2 other people and me. So, yeah, one of the people I'm collabing with you've seen me collab with before. The other is totally new. So, yeah, it was already difficult as it is to get together with these people to collab with, record lines with them, actually film the scenes for the epilogue in. Yeah, this whole video is basically the conclusion to the worst Pokemon arc that I've been making. It'll be a lot less effects heavy than it was in Scariest Twin Peaks moments, and you'll see why when I get there, and but I think it'll be a very satisfying video, countdown, epilogue, and all. It's probably my best script yet, and I'm very proud of it. So, yeah, speaking of that, I'm working at a pretty decent pace, and you can follow my progress with it on Twitter. My Twitter link, or a link to my account, is in the description of the video, so check right now if you want to follow me and find out more. I'm updating it more often, and now that I'm actually working on the video, and at a pretty fast pace, I can actually sort of basically talk about it as I go. So, yeah, that said, I'm actually trying to make more of these vlogs as well. I mean, it's always a bit of a difficult thing to find out what is worthy to be talked about, but yeah, if there's something noteworthy, I will talk about it. Maybe even I'll start like little mini film blogs about like movies I've watched in my film courses. I'll think about it. But yeah, what I won't be doing with these vlogs in the future is question and answer things like Josh does. So, where you can, however, ask me questions about anything is on the new Chaos Theater website. Yeah, a lot of you might have noticed that the Chaos Theater website has been down over the past while, but it's been back for a while under a new website link. It is now thechaostheater.ca/forums, and so you can find the link to that in the video description as well, so by all means, check it out. You can ask me questions there. I've got my own Ask thread. Obviously, there are also topics of discussion you can talk about, like gaming, movies. You can even post your own videos there if you want. Show it to other people, ask them for feedback, make text lists. Yeah, I know it's kind of a shameless self-promotion, but I think you guys would like it. It's a nice little community, and I have a lot of fun there, so, yeah. So, that's happening, and, aside from this next countdown that I'm making, yeah, I'm actually planning a lot more than just that in the future. With Halloween coming up, I'm uploading more DVGMs. I think when the season arrives, I'm going to upload about 10 or more, maybe. That'll bring me up to 50, I think. quite a few creepy ones I've discovered, no thanks to Forum Fantasy, which actually has quite a bit of creepy music in it. Speaking of Forum Fantasy, I hope you all haven't forgotten about that. The trailer that I posted for it in November is going to pay off very soon because the game is almost done. Camel Slayer, the developer, is currently in the process of putting the final touches of it. He's making the game's hidden dungeon right now, and yeah, it's gonna be I've done the beta, and it's pretty fun. Obviously, it's very beta, but yeah, I basically made an entire 6-page report about things to change or fix and whatnot, and he seems to be on that. And yeah, when the time comes for Forum Fantasy to be released, I might make a trailer for it. All you need to know is that a link to it will be provided on the Chaos Theater for free download, although it'll lead you to a downloading site like Mediafire or something maybe. I will let you all know when that happens, but just know it is on the way and it'll be awesome. So, the next order of business is I also will eventually be posting a video of a few impressions I can do. Well, not a few, 50 impressions I can do. Yeah, aside from film editing, one of the things I also really want to do in the future is potentially voice acting. I would love to get a part in... If anyone wanted to have me in any kind of voicing role, I would love to do that. Like, if any of you have heard of The Quarter Guy, he actually had me in a countdown of his top 15 modes of transportation in video games to appear in a bit of an opening little skit based off Little Karibo's Card Games on Motorcycles thing, where I was basically doing the whole Card Games on Motorcycles voice. So yeah, I love voice acting, and I will be doing... that impression will be included when I make that video, and many more. I'm trying to get to 50, and I'm currently at 44 or 45 that I can do at the moment, so yeah, I'm excited to do that. It's going to be a lot of fun, and yeah, on to a bit more depressing news. Yeah, this is kind of a major thing for me since he's kind of one of my inspirations. I'm just going to give my few cents on the Nostalgia Critic ending. So yeah, the Nostalgia Critic has been a huge influence on my videos. Actually, not even just the Nostalgia Critic, Doug Walker as a person in general. His reviews, his countdowns, anything have been sort of an influence on my style, where Doug Walker is kind of a bit more serious about it, a bit more analytical. It's directly influenced how I do my countdowns. Mind you, I'm a bit more wordy than he is, like Nostalgic Animated shows being like 34 minutes and whatnot. But, yeah, he's a huge influence on me. He's pretty much been one of my favorite weekly shows, and even though some might say he's had a bit of a fall in quality, and he even says that, like, he wanted to end this before it all got stale, I honestly don't even disagree about the quality thing. He's made a lot of really good reviews. In fact, the Signs review of his that he posted recently is probably one of my favorite reviews of his in general. So, it's sad to see him go, but I am very, very happy for Doug, and I really hope that he does much better in the future. Or, not much better, he's pretty awesome anyway. I really hope that his next few things are gonna be successes. Like, if it's one thing that To Boldly Flee proved to me, is that he is a very competent writer, and especially as an editor, like, that movie was very well edited, or miniseries rather, and as an editor, I actually might have learned a thing or two from it. So, yeah, bottom line, I really wish all the best for Doug, and yeah. I see a lot of myself in Doug, honestly, and he's kind of one of my biggest inspirations for this, so it kind of hit me a bit tough when it happened, but I'm really glad for him. So, yeah, this pretty much brings me to the end of this vlog. I really don't have much more to say, but yeah. Until then, I'm the Autarch Flame, and here's a sneak peek for my next video, Top 25 Boss Battles in Video Games.